Guardians of the Galaxy 3. What did I think of it? Well, okay. 2 hours 40 minutes, or 2 hours 40 something minutes, 2 hours 30 something, whatever it is. It's over 2.5 hours long. Okay, a couple spoilers probably in this. There are two end credit scenes. One that's probably about a third of the way through, where you see the new Guardians of the Galaxy teaming up to defend a village against a bunch of rampaging something or others. And then one at the very end. If you've seen the movie, let me know what was supposed to be funny about it. I must have missed something. Star-Lord has gone back to Earth. He's talking to his 80-year-old grandfather, and he says something like the 80-year-old grandfather's going to sit on the porch and watch the 40-year-old grandson mow the lawn. And like I must have missed some vital aspect in that little interaction that kind of made that funny, because it wasn't there wasn't really anything funny about it to me. Star-Lord's pining over and over for Gamora. Oh my god. It was just getting goddamn old in the movie. Made your point, mate. You loved her. She doesn't know who you are. You saw her. You made the point to her again. She still doesn't know who you are. We're done. Just drop the shit. It was like over and over and over. I get it. The Thanos snap fucked everything up, and you're like whatever. It was just, I found it a little bit annoying within the movie. Nebula was awesome. I liked seeing much more of her within the movie. She's kick-ass. She was good. Dax the Destroyer was good. I liked him. Mantis. Look, I think Dax's lines were just, I think his characterization, Dave Bautista's characterization of that character was just brilliant. I liked it, thoroughly enjoyed it. I think him, I would say Mantis, him, and Nebula were the three I enjoyed the most. Everyone else could just whatever. So the MacGuffin is Rocket's been injured, and there's a device on his heart's going to explode or something, and they have to deactivate it. And there's a code somewhere, and they have to get that code to deactivate this device that's on his heart. So that's the MacGuffin. The code is the MacGuffin that sends them on their quest to do all these things so they can save Rocket. Which of course they do, and through a bunch of just weird shit and silliness, to be frank. Look, you see Rocket's backstory. That's interesting. It still doesn't explain why he's super smart. Just that he's been modified and suddenly he's just super smart for some reason. A couple little annoying things, obviously. Mantis decides she wants to go off on her own at the end, and Dave says, "I'll come and help you." And she says, "No, that's not the point." And he says, "But you're weak, you need protection, physical protection." And she's like, "No, that's not the point." But when she leaves, she takes three of these big wormy creatures with her as part of her protection or part of her posse or whatever. And it's like, well, you're not alone now. You're leaving with these three big wormy creatures, and they're going to protect you. Like, why not take your boyfriend with you? Just take your boyfriend with you, and you can go be alone together. Why do you have to be the "I'm a strong, independent woman, don't need no man for nothing" thing? That was my very thought during that whole scene. That is like, that's just stupid. It's just stupid. Gamora's gone and joined the pirates, or whatever the hell they called themselves, where Star-Lord used to be. So she's part of them. Well, she was part of them after the snap, and even after their interaction, she's gone back to them. So, there is that. So the Guardians of the Galaxy currently now is Rocket and Groot, one of the super dudes that the enemy created, and he changed sides, whatever. So there's him. I can't even remember if Nebula's. There you go. That's how memorable the last post-credit scene was. The guy that controls the little dart with the whistling. Yeah, him. And yeah. So it's like they're the Guardians of the Galaxy now. And of course, then it said Star-Lord will return. Well, it doesn't say the Guardians of the Galaxy will return. So keep that in mind. It did not say Guardians of the Galaxy will return. It said Star-Lord will return. So I would consider that the end of the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise, because they didn't really hint that they're going to come back. Okay, was that movie entertaining enough? Yeah, look, it was entertaining enough. It's long. If you like good value length for your dollar, then sure, give this movie a watch. If you've got the other two movies on Blu-ray and you want to keep the collection going, buy it on Blu-ray. But otherwise, I wouldn't buy it on Blu-ray. I like to judge my movies as, would I pay to see it at a cinema or wait to streaming? And then if I've paid to see it in the cinema, would I buy it on Blu-ray so that I can watch it again and again and again? And so I feel that as an independent movie, this isn't really a Blu-ray one for me. I'd rather watch reruns. I'd rather watch Lord of the Rings again. If I'm going to sit down, spend a good lot of time watching something, I'd rather watch Lord of the Rings again than this. So in that sense, it doesn't have tremendous rewatchability over and over for me as something that I would pay to own to watch it again and again. But you might be different. If you've seen the movie, let me know what you think in the comments below. I think it's entertaining enough. If it's not too expensive where you are, sure, give it a watch. If you've got it, keep 3 hours up your sleeve to watch it, give it a watch. But otherwise, I'd wait for it on streaming. But let me know what you think in the comments below.